savages. I'm going to start out with the intro dialogue sucking.
Okay, I was going to wait and see what you had to say, but that is my only big beef with this movie. Blake Lively's narration just blows, man.
Yeah.
The writing, the delivery, everything about it sucked. But the truth is, that's the only thing that really sucked about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, you take that narration out, and it's a pretty cool movie.
Do you think that maybe the original version was like a lot more inaccessible and there was no narration, and the studio was just like, no, we're not going to do that?
Oliver Stone, he's not a guy who has a problem doing narration in his movies, so I think the narration was there. I just feel like the narration was where everything got really messed up.
It was the problem with the preview.
Yeah, it was exactly what I didn't like about the preview, and it broke the tone of everything. It made it like it was trying to seem cool. The movie was cool, and it didn't have to try that hard. And then you got this narration coming in that's like trying to be hip and edgy and cool, and Blake Lively's doing a lousy job of narrating it. And the writing was, I'm just reiterating myself at this point because it irritated me so much.
I hated the font. I mean, I know that's a real nitpicky thing, but like the font for the introduction was just the whole intro really started poorly. The font was weird. Her narration was really weird. I don't know. Yeah, just all her like
there was one
tone talking and how it was so emotional, but
there was one other thing that really pissed me off about it, but I kind of want to see if either of you picked up on it.
I don't know if it's necessarily a spoiler. I could probably say it without it being a spoiler, but
yeah, once it was revealed that she'd been kidnapped, that was kind of a given.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that like his buddies that sort of like went to war for him were too distant.
Yeah, I think that's the real issue that's bothering you here, is that the crew never makes an appearance except during an operation or something like that. And it makes you just basically not give a crap what happens to them.
Or believe that they are even real or something. I don't know. It's just like they were just so...
She introduces them as though they're people that she knows and is friends with, and then we never get to know their names.
So they're never around having beers. There was never... Yeah, so I thought that was kind of strange.
I felt like the narration was kind of sucky in the beginning, but as the movie progressed, it seemed to catch its stride, and like the narration didn't bother me after a while. But like the end narration was a little weird, the beginning was a little weird, but everything through the body of the movie really didn't bother me at all.
Man, you know why?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't trying so hard during the middle of it.
Exactly.
At the beginning and end, it was like trying really hard, and in the middle, it was mostly not there, except as an accent to kind of bring you up to speed on something little, which is exactly what it should have been used for in the beginning. It should never have been used for all this exposition and trying to be cool. Exactly. All right. Anything else that really pissed you off? Because I just have to say this one, and I really want to see if you got it.
It was a big thing, but I really didn't like the end, the way that they did that. That really,
I really hated
that.
You can't get into specifics.
No, I'm not saying anything about it, but like just the way that they did it, I hate it when they do that.
You know what? I actually liked it. I thought it lightened
the mood,
and it kind of turned it around to that nihilistic sense of humor I was talking about.
Yeah, but there was no precursor to it at all. It just came out of nowhere.
Well,
there was nothing setting it up. There was
her character set it up, but we don't want to talk about the specifics of that.
I didn't have a problem with it. I'm going to completely disagree with you on that. I actually liked it. It was a positive for me.
Whatever. It was definitely a negative for me.
I thought the story was interesting.
It seems like a cheap way to get out of something. We can't figure out how to make it right, so we'll just throw this in there, and then like we can get the best of both worlds without actually trying.
So what I expected to like about the movie, I did like about it. Benicio del Toro,
he's
oh yeah, he's
out of control, man. That guy.
Yeah, so he was incredible.
There aren't words. He's unbelievable.
Salma Hayek was great.
And that slit their throat line made perfect sense within the scene that it was in.
Yeah.
It was completely natural, no problem. The thing that pissed me off, all right, nobody said it, so I'm going to say it, was where they're introducing Kick-Ass's character, and they're doing like this montage of his charitable work, and it just looked like a Greenpeace commercial. Now, I don't have a problem with Greenpeace or anything like that, but that's not cinema, and I expect better from Oliver Stone.
You know, the truth is, I think that was on purpose.
Yeah, I think in some level it may have, just because of like the way that she imagines life.
You know what? I can give you that.
She envisions it, but
I can give you that. I still hated it. It looked like garbage, and it took me out of the movie.
I didn't notice it too much. I thought it was a little campy.
No, I really noticed it, and I was just like, are you kidding me? What is
this?
Is this, a campaign for legalizing marijuana or something?
Yeah.
I really hated that in slow motion walking up the beach scene that they showed like 3 different times. Oh, really? People walk like that with their shoulders like way out, like he's posing for like a bodybuilding magazine.
I didn't mind any of that because the movie was sort of self-aware and it was a little like theatrical and stylized intentionally. I liked that it was sort of like you predicted it to be, like kind of this dark humor.
That was kind of silly, and for the silliness factor of that, I could be okay with it. I'm not going to say I liked it.
No, but it didn't bother me.
Yeah, it didn't piss me off or anything like that. So, yeah, Benicio's the man.
Like I said, I would have gone and watched it just for him, and he was enough.
Oh, absolutely. He's worth the price of admission on his own.
Yeah.
Kitsch was solid. Kick-Ass was solid. The only thing that really just unqualifiably pissed me off was Blake Lively's narration. Even the Greenpeace stuff, I can let slide.
Blake Lively was okay.
No, she was fine. It's that narration that bothered me.
Yeah, that like muted, sad, trying to be so cool.
Did it bother anyone else that they're like, we're going to leave and we're going to go to Indonesia or something like that for a year? And she's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go stop by my parents. And then for some reason she goes by the mall and she walks out with like 46 shop bags in each hand.
I don't know. It seemed really in line with her character.
Yeah, I think it fit her character perfectly.
Just the type of woman that you would imagine banging 2 guys at the same time in a California mansion.
The problem is that doesn't set up the story well because you don't care about her.
Well, I agree with you there.
You know, she's kidnapped and
no,
it seems
but
like
it
you
wasn't
should care
that
she was kidnapped, and I was just like, oh god, I hope they
But I think that was part of the whole point of the story. I mean, Salma Hayek's line.
Are all Americans like you? Have you ever given any thought to your future?
No, her character was really real, and I loved that, but it was just a up character.
It really bothered me that I identified the most with Salma Hayek's character.
Right?
Who's this maniacal
monster,
just beast. Like, she's probably the most relatable character to me because she cares about her family. She's doing what she can for her family. She's trying to make the best of a bad situation. She's planning for the future when everybody else around her is
just all being
a bunch of maniacs. It was just insane that I'm relating to a cartel leader.
I thought the title was smart. I liked the title and the way that they used that, except for her narration.
That was the only part where the title fell apart for me.
Yeah, exactly. But the way that they used the title within the film, they would have just left it at that. Like, it would have been just perfect.
Just those 2 moments would have been perfect.
But they have to... Yeah, the intro and the outro.
So
that's
this is for me kind of like That's My Boy, in that it had a lot of stuff that I really loved, and then it had these moments that just really aggravated me.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say there's anything in that movie that really aggravated me. Not like Adam Sandler aggravated me.
It's not that extreme, but the truth is I didn't love it as much as I loved the stuff I loved in That's My Boy either. So it's like a more muted version of that.
We never talked about that John Travolta was in it. I don't think we covered that in the... He was good. Like, I think he played that character so perfectly. Yeah. And he can be really on, and I think he was on in this movie.
All right, ratings.
I'm going to go 6.5. No, you know what? I'll go 7. Because even Blake Lively's narration wasn't enough to make it not a solidly good movie. It could have been a really good movie. There were just too many things in it.
Personally, I'd say it was right on the brink of being a really good movie, so I'd give it an 8.
8's pretty good, man.
I enjoyed the entire movie start to finish, and I didn't really expect to.
I did enjoy it start to finish, but I would just say that it was a good movie. Definitely a good movie.
I would say it was a good movie. It was bordering on being a really good movie. I think it was trying too hard to be a great movie. And that's what ruined it, sort of, that it wanted to be as deep as No Country for Old Men. It wanted those narrations to be the same as Tommy Lee Jones' narrations, and I think that sort of took you out of it. So I'll go 7.5.
It was trying too hard.
Yeah,
and the sad part is, if it had just embraced what it was,
and gone for
it could have been an 8, maybe even an 8.5.
Cartel movie, straight drug movie, really embraced
and
that.
Then, just a little bit of commentary using the title in those few spots. It would have been really a lot smarter if they weren't so in your face with the, like, this is deep.
All right. 7.
7.5.
8.
All right.
All right.
Okay, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Share it with your friends if you want to. We appreciate every view we get. If we manage to get an annotations bar, please click it to go to our channel. We just got a Facebook and a Twitter page up. That's facebook.com/roadtothemovies and @roadtothemovies. So follow us for future updates, previews, all that kind of stuff. We're going to keep you updated. So, see you next week.
All right.
You're going to get the cartels on us now, Adam.
Oh, boy. Bad jokes.